Hey everybody, this is Blueset, and welcome back to another part of Let's Play Star Trek Online. I'm taking a slight detour here instead of just jumping straight to another mission. I want to actually change ships, but first of which I want to actually go ahead and give a quick demonstration of what's been going on with the whole ship customization in the Tailors so far. As you can see, I am clicking on one of the colors and it's not going to it, as you can see. So how does one change that? Well, you have to actually click on the side here, on the template in order to get there. Otherwise, you're looking at the basic ship anyways when you do that. So it's a detour to do so, but it's the only way to do so. Otherwise, you hit randomize and it'll do the exact same thing. But speaking of which, I need to go ahead and make a custom ship. I've been doing custom ships before in the past with me and my fleet mates. And there are several variants I've actually have done before, and I want to go ahead and do that again. So I want to fly around in a new ship, or at least the same ship, but different configurations. And what better way than to go through the entire section and just muck around, in a sense, what is actually there. So I'm gonna mess around with the whole settings here and get you to a format that I actually would like about it. So I'll be right back on that. Alrighty, and we're back. So this is the ship that I've made. This is actually a ship I have previously made before on my experimentations of ship types. Ship types and classes. This one actually has been put into a vote on my fleet, and only for people who are really nuts about ship parts and whatnot. And this is actually by far the most favorable of the ship models of the typesings, and this is known as to us as, let me adjust this here, as the Crescent type light frigate, or that would actually make sense. This is the Crescent type frigate module. So basically, when you think of the Miranda class being a science vessel and being used as a cargo vessel, or in a sense cargo transport for starbases and starships, the Centaur was a destroyer during the Deep Space Nine series. The Shakar is basically the updated version of the Miranda class to literally replace her eventually on that ship classes, considering that the Miranda classes are, in a sense, over 100 years old as a model. This vessel is a mixture of all three. The only difference is, what's left of the Miranda is the nacelles. The Centaur is the main structure of itself. And then we have the superstructure of the, right here, the superstructure of the Shakar with the connecting pylons to the nacelles. Color schemes can always be changed, but I like this ship design personally. This is actually by far a good looking tier 1 light cruiser ship, and I love it. So the USS Riveria has literally been given a facelift. Fantastic. Now I do have dual beam banks on this vessel. Actually, taking a look at that, dual beam banks Mark II gives me more damage and DPS, and I do have turn rate, so I'm going ahead and do that. Let me go ahead and see if I can get my hands on some dual beambanks and outfit this vessel here real quick. Let's see, I can get my 3, but it's only that. Ah, it doesn't show cannons. That's rather weird. Huh. Okay. There used to be where you could buy cannons as a part of a common things you can get. Whatever. Oh well. I was just going ahead and equip the dual beambank that I already have. Oh, that's right. That gives it a bonus to phaser damage. So, let's see here. One point. Let's see. 3%, huh? Well, if I were to round up, let's see here, this would be 7 times 1.04. Okay, that would actually, I hate to say this, but the plasma dual beam banks is actually going to provide me with more damage on not just alpha damage, but also damage per second than the regular beam array on this vessel. Problem is anglement. I'm still going to go for that. Right, we are good to go. Let me go ahead and head back up into sector space, or at least into system space. Alright, look at this thing. This looks beautiful. Now, if you were to put into stat terms for this ship, when it comes down to armaments and whatnot, this vessel actually has a good amount on it. 2 forward torpedo launchers, 1 in the aft. It has 1 phaser emitter port right here for a single phaser emitter. Also, too, with this, it has 2 phaser tubular banks for forward and aft, so that makes it very powerful. But in this game, it doesn't work. It's just the way how the game functions. Let's see here. This vessel actually has more twin I wouldn't say phasers, but twin beam bank emitters on the vessel. Basically, it had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, well, roughly 10 on the saucer, but it's roughly to 6. So yeah, it actually had 6 on the top, 6 on the bottom, going in a arc angle, and each one hits in a specific anglement. This vessel is beautiful, gorgeous. Of course, I'm not considering these as it's not part of the original modeling, but it is by far beautiful. Of course, a lot of ships in this area, especially scimitars. Good lord, look how that thing dwarfs this ship. It's just so small. Oh well, let's go ahead and head out to sector space. Alrighty, our task here is going to be hide and seek. Lieutenant, this mission briefing is classified. Starfleet Intelligence has been working on cracking the coded message sent by the Undyne agent you exposed at Pajam, and we think we have something. There are several references to the Pulsar Nebula in the database. That is an area of space near the Lackey system that we don't know much about. Starfleet needs you to survey the nebula and find out why the Undying have an interest in it. Wait a minute. We explored... Well, yeah, that's right. We have a lot of territory and we don't exactly explore everything. Alright, fine. Be careful. When the Enterprise D was in the area, it reported that the composition of the clouds may screen opponents from your sensors. Our task is head to the Lackey system in the Orion sector of the Sirius sector block and investigate the Pulsar Nebula. Sounds relatively easy. Let's go ahead and head over there, and I will be there in the jiffy. Cookies. Oh, we're here. Sorry about that. Let me wash out my mouth. Much better. Alrighty. Sorry about that. I had cookies in my mouth. Lackey system. A star system on the edge of the Pulsar Nebula. This system is considered a hazard to starship navigation. The high levels of magnesium and chromium, hinder sensor operation, and enemy ships have been known to hide in the nebula to prey upon unwary transports. Alrighty then, well, let's go ahead and head over there. Let's drop out of warp. Beautiful looking ship. Sir, we have received a distress signal from the USS Valor. They are under attack by Gorn and their shields are failing. Captain, they can't take much more. Alright, red alert, all hands to battle stations. We're receiving a hail from the USS Valor. It is Captain Stefan Mars. Thank you for the assistance, Frederick. Our ship is on a mission to map the Pulsar Nebula. Aha! I knew they were going to scan this area. Unfortunately, we failed to adequately compensate for the power drain the nebula had on our engines. Well, that's not good. We retreated from the nebula to make repairs. That's when we stumbled upon an illegal Gorn mining operation. We can't have that happen, considering that they're allied to the... Well, not really allied, they're annexed by the Klingon Empire, so they're part of the Klingons. If you hadn't showed up when you did, Lieutenant, we'd be sucking vacuum. I'll let the, someone correct that mistake. Our chief engineer says there's no way we can make it back to a starbase. In fact, without a new dilithium crystals, we're stuck. Right. There are crystals on some of the larger asteroids here. That's why we headed for this location in the first place. If you could gather some crystals for us, we can make it to safety. Send us a hail if you have any questions about the nebula. We'd be happy to share our data. Well, I'm more concerned about getting you to safety. If there's Gorn nearby, which sensor shows there is, we're going to need to get you out of here. A Tartara cruiser. That's going to be a bit of a challenge. Oh. Well, he's behind there. Alrighty, we got a crystal, but he's still there.
Ship is under attack.
How? You're in... Oh, I was gonna say, you're not really in there? Ah, shit. Ah, crap. Ooh, anomaly. Okay, so apparently, Cryptic, as of right now, is working on Season 8.5. What entails is part of their annual anniversary. They're part of their 4th anniversary of being active, which is great. I do intend on being there. And hopefully, I'll see what they're talking about. Apparently, there's going to be 3 new ships for the game, each one for each individual segment. You know, Starfleet, KDF, and Romulan Republic. And okay, now we gotta head back over there. But sensors detected. Okay, we're gonna have to take care of them. But apparently, there's a new actor who's going to be voicing a character that he's going to be bringing over, and hopefully it's somebody we actually really do know. I know it was Michael Dorn who was who was Worf. Denise Crosby was Tasha Yar and Sayla. There was also we had the actor for New Spock, who was the EMH in the intro. What else? Well, that was actually about it. Oh, yeah, we did also have let's see here. We had Leonard Nimoy voicing as himself as part of the narration when you go to the new sector block. That's about it. There's nothing really that I know of. Some of the people I could be thinking of is Robert Picardo to be the Doctor again. They can have Kate Mulgrew to be Admiral Janeway in the series. For all we know, that we could have Patrick Stewart to be Ambassador Picard on Vulcan. Now that would be cool to hear him on this game. Let's see here. We are in your debt, Riveria. This is enough dilithium to get our warp engines restarted. After we finish preliminary repairs, we'll set a course to Starbase 157. If you want to go into the Pulsar Nebula, your engines will need a boost. I recommend you visit Lackey 3. The Gorn drove out the Federation miners there and took over the decalithium processing facility. It's the only fair... I'm sorry. I read that wrong. Yeah, I was going something weird. It's only fair that you take some of our crystals back. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Let's go ahead and warp over there. So, let's see here. Patrick Stewart could be a good one to add in there. We could have Tuvok, the actor for Tuvok, to be in the series. We could actually see that. Oh, sorry, I missed a section. Captain, the decal... Oh my lord. The unlithium processing facility is dead ahead. The Gorn have numerous structures in the debris field. Sir, we're also picking up several fighters and frigates. They know they're in Federation territory and they're trying to protect their ill-gotten gains. I advise we approach with caution. Kochen. Yeah, let's just go running in there. Okay, so we could have Chakotay as Captain Chakotay for the USS Voyager. Oh, they could have Brent Spiner as the captain of the Enterprise for his character Data. Now that would be great. We could start seeing that in the series. That means that the Enterprise E could be coming back. Ooh, that would be very nice. But let's also think of what other characters we could be facing. We could be having some old characters coming back. Now, if they're meaning Star Trek, as in not any of these series, as in the the movies, reboots, I'm thinking the actor for probably Scotty. They're probably going to have him. What? Oh shit! Being attacked. They could also have one for Kirk to be the voice actors, so we could be seeing that. There are several characters I could think of. Now, if they're also referring to just Star Trek, as in the original series, we could be seeing yeah, actually, now that I think of it, we could actually be seeing Admiral Chekhov as a voice actor. Let's go ahead and try to get this here. We can't get a lock on the materials. It appears they're going to have some sort of sensor jamming device on one of the nearby asteroids. The computer indicates that the technology may be Klingon in origin. I'll be scanning for any suspicious tachyon emissions. Captain, there may be people inside the jamming station. We need to destroy it to get the decalithium. But if we beam spatial charges down, it should give anyone inside enough time to escape. I've transmitted a warning to the jamming station, sir. The charges are prepared, and we can beam them over at your command. Very good. Number 2. Actually, I'd rather have her as number 1. She's better looking. Anyways, I know, not enough love for Flores. Energy ratings. So yeah, I mean, I have high hopes for who's going to be coming up. You know, there's a lot of actors for the Star Trek series now. It could be the new Uhura, the old Uhura. Oh crap. Ooh. You know the actor who was Boromir in the... not Boromir. One of the Rohirrans. The guy who actually led the charge. Led the loyal knights. The loyal horsemen. In Return of the King. Not Return of the King. Two Towers movie. We could have him because he was Bones in the movie, so we could probably hear him as the voice actor for the old, Dr. McCoy. Okay, the decalithium crystals are doing the trick, Captain. The engine efficiency has increased by 4.7%, and we should be able to boost the impulse drive enough to deal with the effects of the nebula. We can set a course to the Paulson Nebula whenever you are ready, sir. I have the coordinates for the area of interest mentioned in the Valor's report. Let's head over there. So there's plenty of things that they can actually be doing to actually have this. So this is actually a pretty good tease that Cryptic is doing to us. Okay, Tavrel says, scanners show that the amount of metallic density in this region is much higher than would be expected for a nebula of this class. There's definitely something big here, and it might be hidden on another high-density object. We should scan all high-density objects in the vicinity. Ah, jeez, this is going to take a while. So, yes, I'm actually really excited for this. And also, too, I'm wondering what ships will they be putting out for all of them. Because they said that it is going to be a Dyson Sphere-influenced ships. So that means that for the Dyson Sphere technology, you have to understand the actual Obelisk carrier that was released earlier is actually by far the well, in a sense, it is actually Iconian technology. I know, right? Iconians? Holy crap! So yes, it is Iconian in design. So if it's Iconian in design, that means that the ship is Iconian, and so that means the Dyson Sphere is actually Iconian. So, Hermagerd, Iconians. We already got a glimpse of them on New Romulus, anyways. At least you guys did. I didn't actually get to go that far on the reputation systems to look at the new Iconians, so I got lucked out. This is going to be a bit of a while before I get over there. Like, over there. So I'll catch you guys over there real quick. Okay, we are now heading over there. It looks like there's a Klingon battlecruiser there. It's a Katinga class. Very old model. Let's go ahead and send a complimentary high with high-yield torpedoes. Richard. Stop pushing my keyboard up. Freaking cat. Okay, that didn't really take too long. Uh-oh. Okay, I think that's all of the mines that's going to be coming at me. Okay. Let's get the asteroid here. We found something. I think you'd be very interested in the results of this sensor sweep, sir. Really. This asteroid is surrounded by gravitic mines of Klingon manufacture. No kidding. What's more, there appeared to be some kind of structure on the surface, and we detected several Klingon life signs within it. Well, yeah, we fought a Klingon warship. Judging by the high frequency transmissions, I'd wager that the structure is some sort of listening station. I recommend we carefully punch a hole in that minefield and send an away team to the surface. Okay, we punched away hole. Okay, let's go ahead and get down there. Ah, Flores. Klingons! Well, no shit. Captain, we're going to have to fight our way to the core. Yep. Well, that worked. Let's keep going. Oh. Oh. Yeah, you can tell I've been doing this quite enough where I can actually point out which one's which, where the anomalies are at, and can go after them. Okay, don't worry, I'll update that later. Let's go ahead and head on over there. Aha, more Klingons. You're vaped. And you're not that tough. Yep, let's go ahead, go out here and just kill every single last Klingon. Yes, it says that we're supposed to capture them. No, actually this is war, we're killing them. I mean, heck, we're vaporizing most of the Klingons here. Wow. That didn't last long. Okay, let's go ahead and look around here, see if there's anything I can actually get here. Oh, that's new. Okay, a few items. Yeah, that's nice. You know, if I don't want them, I'll just sell them or give it to my bridge officers. Checking around. There's an anomaly. I could get data samples. That would be nice. Alrighty. Alright, let's go ahead and transmit data. Oh, person named Hope. We can upload these records to our computers for analysis, Captain, but it will take some time. You and the away team will need to defend the core until the download is complete. Okay. Oh. You know, the cruel thing that you can actually do as an engineer is go up here, set down 2 layers of chronoton mines and have your other bridge officers do that too, and you can just instant kill any person who beams in once you know which one's beaming where. Okay. We downloaded the data, sir, and okay, I recommend that we get to Starfleet Intelligence as soon as possible. Sensors indicate several Klingon ships inbound, and if we leave now, we can be gone before they arrive. The ship can depart as soon as the away team beams up. Well, we did get in here and take the data, and they're in our space. We might as well... Why can't we fight them? Heck, we fight impossible odds every day. Yeah, whatever. Story says we can't face them all. Alright, fine. Let's go ahead and beam up. I guess a light frigate isn't worth fighting a horde on. Okay, let's go ahead and... Oh hell, in progress. Here we go. Let's hail Starfleet. Well done! Starfleet will analyze the data from the listening post. With luck, there will be something there that will help us in our fight against the Klingons. Impulse and stun pistol.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Yay! Yay! Anyways, next one, I wanted to get a second mission over with. Stop the signal. We have decrypted some of the information you have found at the Klingon listening post in the Paulson Nebula. And Starfleet Intelligence believes there is at least one more of these posts out there. We have the location of a signal repeater, which boosts the space transmissions from these listening posts. Starfleet wants you to go to the Bumari system, find the signal repeater, and use it to track down the coordinates of the other listening post. When you have the location, transport a team down to the surface and take it out. We can provide you with special charges to get the job done. Can we count on you to keep Starfleet communications safe? Yeah, sure. Especially with all the dirty laundry you're doing. Oh well. Bumari system is literally at the dogleg corner of the map. I did level up, And let's see here. Let me increase my shields to max and hull repairs. I've been neglecting on that on points wise. That's going to be good for now. We did get a new engine. Definitely going to make us faster, especially not the hyper impulse. Yep, this is a much better deal. And we can actually get dual cannons. Wonder if we could actually get dual heavy cannons, but we can get dual cannons. Okay. Considering, although our alpha is pretty low, our damage per second is actually well worth it. If we can get our hands on dual heavies, we can actually take out shields quicker than the dual cannons. But dual beambanks actually do look like they have high alpha damage. Okay, let me go ahead and see about updating everyone's skills. Or at least the skills that actually do matter. Yep, I want medical on her. Actually, I'm going to change her out for having something else. And that will be about it. Okay, we're at the we're now closing into the Bamari system. Astronomers have theorized that the thick asteroid belt surrounding this planet may be the remains of another planet. The cores of a larger asteroid have significant amounts of nickel, iron, and magnesium. Starships in the area are warned that maneuvering near these asteroids may be difficult. Okay, let's go ahead and drop out of warp to the Bamari system. Alright, First Officer Flores. Captain, we are approaching the signal repeater. Starfleet has reported hostile ships in the area, so we should be cautious. I recommend we use a tactic developed during the Dominion War. We should maneuver close to the large ionized metallic asteroids. Being close to one of them will disrupt enemy sensors and make us practically invisible. Okay. Or we could just fly straight through it, considering that although enemies all around, there's nothing that's telling you not to just, fly past them. This is, after all, just a online game. I gotta admit, this area is actually rather nice looking. Uh-oh. A Brel birded play. Uh-oh. Richard, come here. Come here, Richard. Come on, Richard. Come here, Richard. Ah, who's a good boy? You are. Alright, come on. Come on, Richard. No. Oh, alright, you're just psyching me out with your blank expression in his face. Goodness. Oh, who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Yeah, don't mess up my microphone, okay? Yes, I love you. I'll give you lots of attention later. Okay, yeah, sorry about that. That was my cat. Anyways, right, we defeated them. Let's scan the signal. Alrighty. Captain, I've picked back a carrier wave on the signal from the repeater and track the signal to the source. There's a listening base located between the binary moons of Bomari 2. Course of the moons of Bomari 2 laid in, sir. We can warp on your command. Alright, let's go ahead and head over there. I was expecting a longer transition. Cookies. Anyways, Captain, detecting a Klingon transporter disruption field around the listening post. The field is being maintained by 4 transporter disruptors. We'll need to destroy them before we can transport down to the listening post. Cluster 1 is over there. Yeah, if you're wondering, I was eating Death by Chocolate cookies. Oh, cookies. Yes, I like cookies. And I like my Richard. You sure do. You know, oh, wow. Well, that worked. A little bit too much. I gotta admit, these actually do quite a bit of damage. Their damage per second is pretty high, and at full power, they're not hitting as hard as the dual beam banks. Wonder if I can get my hands on the dual heavies and see about that. Uh-oh. Wow, such a small targeting arc. I'd rather go back to the dual beam bangs. They have a larger targeting arc. Alrighty, and he's dead. Okay. You know, I'm gonna come back when I destroyed all 4 of them, so I'll be right back. This way you guys don't get bored. So yeah, again, I'll be right back. Okay, that took brutally longer than it needed to, but I got rid of them, so yay. Actually, I'm gonna check here real quick. I'm not really content with the cannons because they don't have a wide enough angle arc. Let's see here. $350. 390. And this was $438. Okay. Okay, yeah, I'm sticking with the dual beam bangs. They hit harder, but they fire slower. So I'd rather go with that. And also 2 wider angle arcs. Okay, sir, we have received authorization for our fleet to destroy this facility. It is considered vital to our war effort to protect our transmissions from enemy reception. I recommend we plant spatial charges throughout the area. If we target the plasma heat exchangers, it should cause a chain reaction that will destroy the facility. Sounds like a plan. Alright. Planning spatial charge. Good. Always remember to pet your Tribble. Alrighty, yes, I could be fighting them, and technically they should be fighting me when they saw me, but this game has a specific range of which the enemies will start engaging in combat. Technically, it should be on site, and that's how it should be. Alrighty, let's go ahead, head in here. Alright, this is going to be a bit of a while, so I'll catch you guys when I am finished here killing and charging. So be right back. Alright. Picking up battle chatter from the combat debris. The Undyne ship is engaged a Klingon fleet. Let's go ahead and help them out. Besides, we can't let that Undyne around anywhere because, well, it's in our space and it's causing harm. Sure, locking weapons on the Undyne ship. With their help, we can defeat it. Oh yeah. Ooh, it's Dreadnought. This is going to be a bit of a issue. Oh wow, several Negvars, a Korotinga, and a Katinga, and a Negvar. Okay. Targeting me. That Korotinga must be a new version of the Katinga class. Oh, let's not run into them. Ah, crap, I'm on fire. You know what would be interesting? Having that as a part of the captured ships of enemy vessels, you know? That would actually be very nice if we actually were to capture this vessel. Just saying. Okay, you have aided us in battle, Lieutenant, and I respect your bravery. In honor of your actions against the Undyne, we will not destroy you today. Next time, you will not be so fortunate. Oh yeah. Captain now says, course out of the system. I will transmit the data we recovered to Starfleet as soon as we are clear of the debris field. Ready to leave on your command, sir? Let's get out of here before they really do change their minds. And let's hail them. Good work, you're making quite a name of yourself in Starfleet.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, so that's pretty much what I was going to be doing for today, 2 episodes and whatnot, but let me know in the comments down below of what you think about this ship on its typings. Do you like the type? Do you like the parts? Which parts do you prefer? If not, or if you do want to prefer something, go ahead and leave a comment down below. And, I'll also consider using those parts for this type of ship. And if anything, I'll actually will use it if it gets enough likes in the comments. And as always, thank you for watching. And as always, stay safe, watch your six. And as always, have fun. Take care. I'll catch you guys next time.